but Negitoro doing wonders with that bubble and is already called out and completely locked down. Not even just diving towards them, but just using the cover just to perfect that was so well placed.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That roller can get in there, and it's like just an absolute funnel. Like you either take out the players who are here hanging out in the spawn, or if they have to drop. A little bit worrisome this early on, but it's good to see that they're at least holding the neutral.
Yeah, it feels like they haven't given up super much ground, but I guess just enough for Chiaki to find an opening and find a couple specials at the ready as well. As Kasato, though, is going to line up with Basil, and that's a huge splashdown on the zone from Gray. That's 2 down, actually. What a huge play. Just give PXG a little bit of opportunity here. And Inkback comes through. Soldier's able to land a couple of ink strikes. It might happen. Another trade. Gray for Negitoro. And that's 2 down on the side of Vacuum World, but it's not going to last for too long.
They secure the lead, Magic.
Grand's trying to find Grand Roll. That's the big deal right now, and Jared's gonna be jumping in. They didn't see the jump spot, but Grand Roll's able to get to the zone and is able to cap it.
Dominating coverage coming out from the members of Mellow Good. Wolbo playing like Wolbo, moving all the way up. Has that cooler at the ready, so we are going to dive in towards Milky Way, but unfortunately they are going to be met with Jared's Crab and Brand's S-Blast, and Brand going on an absolute tear. I'm surprised we're not in float aura already, because I'm pretty sure that was
right there, but that's the idea, right? You just make them turn around. You know, all of a sudden they're losing so much information. They're losing so much sense of the flow, and that's one of the most important things.
We're getting close to that territory here. TKF doing a good job standing at the zone.
And that's the perfect thing to do against Carbon that really relies on having room to move around. And as we see, this bubble just takes up so much room, so much space, just suffocates the lifeblood that the roller needs.
And vice versa, same thing. Like you might start focusing on how Volti's under that ledge, like you saw there, but then Yoshell is able to clean that up. So it does seem like Renacita has a very solid plan in place for.
We have to get the ink on the zone right now for PXG. Soldier's trying to do some work in mid here. They almost don't have it. Hold on, stop it at 1. Here comes the strikes, looking to just secure the zone and will extend.
Easily use it, and a lot of players are kind of averse. They save it as almost this panic button special and don't use it for almost more defensive purposes, for opening up yourself or your teammates. For Gray, it's themselves, because they're on
for the E-Leader. They don't have a counter for the Inkback that's come out and has been a favorite of recent times in Japan's meta. But no way gets lied on the ground whatsoever. Here, streamer Seta comes up with one before getting taken down. And Suramaru continues to lurk, is going to be able to pick off ice. That's happened multiple times so far, and now gets it against Q. Beautiful work in the surprise play from Suramaru.
But also for the crab tanks that Jared will inevitably build up, but it's going to be more difficult to do that when you get jump shotted there by an E-Leader. Now, always here able to push very far up. Q not able to get into a solid position on that Snipe Rider.
Play from Jared right off the opening. He'll catch Streamer Senna off and then continue to keep up that presence. Here comes the always present Inkback out of Suramaru, but it looks like it's not going to be enough this time.
Gets the one pick there, finds another one onto Jared. They're getting into single digits now. The Booyah Bomb is going to come out. 7 seconds left to go. The explosion there, and the big bubbler comes through. Will that be enough? They've stopped them at 7 as we get into the last minute of the game. Jared pushing forward and gets the drop onto Hisatsuruko. Another one coming.
Shot from Q. It is forced to jump on away. Has the big bubbler at the ready, and pretty soon always here is going to have to make a play towards the zone. But no, Jared catches out now. Suramaru too on this drop.
No, this is looking like it's a strong spot for always here. Senna getting advanced, looking forward to get Jared. We have seen that before. Flicking onto Jared, flicks back onto ice as well for the second. Finally gets the third onto Q. They get the quad. It's a wipeout from streamer Senna as they advance forward on the warpath of time spent on the zone. But Milky Way with their counter pick advances forward, gets the pick there onto Senna, and I think that's a big reason why Wahoo World is chosen here. It just opens up so much space and so much visibility.
Suamaru now in the ink vac. The curling bomb is in position, meaning Streamer Senna might be on the way, but no, 2-down situation here. Senna backed on away from that fight and didn't actually fully engage, and now is looking for more onto Jared. Goes in the floor, a state meaning that was at least 3 splats and assists, but Hisatsuru Ko cleans up.
Premier positions able to take out multiple members of Milky Way and allowing the jump into. So Hisatsuru Ko has this uncanny ability on whatever side stage to jump to a teammate and have
Moment is now Suamaru taken down by Q. Will Milky Way have enough time to get back in? It doesn't feel like it. They don't. The lead goes to Always Here. Will they be able to hold on as Ice is once again lasering down a few members, separate them from this series victory? Milky Way on the precipice of 2 wins in the global gauntlet in 5 rounds. Here's Jared's crab tank. Once again, gets met by the ink back from Suamaru. It's what's worked for them so far.